be interviewing Abraham Lincoln on both his personal and political career. Okay, Abraham, so what party are you affiliated with and how many years did you serve?
I was affiliated with the Republican Party and I was president for 4 years. In the 1860s, presidential terms were only for 2 years instead of 4 like now, and I would have served more, but I was assassinated.
So what was your leadership and personality style like?
I was known as Honest Abe, and people remember me as being very genuine and kind. I cared a lot about human rights and equal rights.
So often presidents are known for their slogans. Did you have any?
Yeah, in 1860 I had Vote Yourself a Farm. I was trying to pass an act where you got some land if you were going to farm on it, and it also gives people space to live or grow with their families. And in 1864 I said, don't swap your horses in the middle of the stream, and that was a well-known slogan too.
So while you were married, did you and your wife have any children?
Yeah, I was married to Mary Todd Lincoln, and we had 4 sons, Robert, Willie Edward, and Todd. However, Robert was the only one to survive to adulthood, the others died, and that's common for the time in our
Tell me a little bit about how you were raised and how you rise to political power.
Yeah, I was born in Hodgenville, Kentucky, and raised by Thomas and Nancy Lincoln in a log cabin on a farm, so it was a very small town that I grew up in. I was also elected as state legislator in 1834 in Illinois, which started my political career, and I became president when I was 51.
Were there any domestic policy issues that you had during your presidency?
I made the Emancipation Proclamation, and that kind of split America into 2 parts, the Confederates and the Union, and I was the head of the Union as the president of the United States that was still together.
Are a big part of being president. Did you have any success with these?
Well, the Emancipation Proclamation eventually helped end slavery, and it was the first big step taken by like the government or a president to ever end anything like that. Okay, I also gave the Gettysburg Address, which is one of the most famous speeches of like all time, and I helped end slavery with the Emancipation Proclamation. So those are pretty much everything for like civil liberties that I did in my presidency.
Anything you'd like to share with the public? Maybe something we don't know about you?
I had a lot of pets, including cats, dogs, and a turkey, because I really love animals, and I think that all of them deserve a happy home. I was also the tallest president at 6'4", and people used to think that I would hide stuff under my hat, like papers, important documents, and I did. I also am scared of the dentist, because one time they pulled out part of my jaw when they were pulling out my teeth, and there was no anesthesia at this time.
So many of the people in the public know that you were assassinated, but did you want to elaborate on that?
I was shot at the Ford's Theater by John Wilkes Booth. I was seeing a show with my wife, Mary Todd, in the president's box, so she was there at my time of death. I was only 56 years old, and it was the time where like the American Civil War was coming to an end.